squads left in the war zone. Stay alert. Primary objective complete. Good work.
Period. Okay, Chicken Wing, you did that. I had 19 kills. I did that, what, I did it. Says I'll be that fire. Oh, club this is your boys and girls. Smile, smoking out the piano, up the robo smoke, the piano. Yes, it's a new toy, baby, got so. Fotografia tua. I gotta watch this again. I love this song. You know what they're saying? This is Russian. They're saying at 6 o'clock in the morning, a photo of you burns by the fire. Um, It was so easy for me to learn this because I dated Sergey for so long. I know how to speak Russian. Stawiam się z zabitym dajem. He reminds me of Arslan. Come look at this guy and tell me this isn't Arslan. You know what Arslan looks like, right? Arslan, you know who he is and what he looks like, right? Come here. He looks just like him.
When you say my name, it's not a singing song. You know the answer. Yeah, no worries. But when you say my name, it's not a singing song. You know the answer. Yeah, no worries. But when you say my five signs that
So the guys have been working on the upstairs, and they just want to break and haven't finished putting in all the stairs yet. So we are going to see who doesn't know some stairs are still there and see what happens. Okay, my sister she just got her swimsuit, and she's getting ready to come into the pool, so I'm gonna let her know it's our
شما 100 سال دیگه هم از من بپرسی من میدم به فرنگ‌هاش یه لباس درست همین
That's for us.
Well, you don't have to worry about the neighbors now. We're going to play the train.
watch all like school kid or anything?
No. They watch them all. So I go to the platter.
Despegándose. Ambas las ojos, despegando.
What would you do if you were caught in the middle?
Hi. A little store still. Yeah, these fucking surgical cuts hurt so bad. Ah, I hate it.
Hey, where's my 10 from? You gave me 30. Change is 40. I gave you 50.
Open it. The judge is on my side. This is crazy. I'm getting taken for one word.
I gave you 50.
From junior, from when he was born.
I gave you a 50.
That doesn't make sense.
Because the hospital, I'm listening to me. Said Junior's blood work to a different place, but sometimes they go to the hospital. So this place, they
Ain't no way you broke my glass.
so you guys could be in a court order. But you could say that you decided the bill.
If you didn't know that the blood was sent to them and they don't have your updated address like every other medical place does, I don't see why the judge wouldn't grant on your side.
Because I've never received anything from you guys, for one. Two, I didn't know my son's blood was even sent over to you guys, for two. Three, how did you get my new address and send me a court order if you didn't have it? Four, you guys know, oh, we could find your insurance information. You haven't looked for it. I went to the hospital, I went to my family, and I asked them, what you guys would have needed to do in order to get my insurance. They said all you would have to do was call and ask for a fee, and they would have sent it over to you. And you guys would have had insurance like that. It's the first time. If they had done this properly, they could have sat here and was like, what insurance I have, and they could have called the number. And
As long as you have all that evidence, they're gonna lose.
But I don't have any. No one would put anything on paper for me. I have proof that I was insured, and the junior was covered. But it's like my word against their lawyer. And all I guess.
Like I would ask, why would you send the bill to the old address and then send me a court order to my new address? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, now it sounds fishy. All I know is it hurts to poop, even if I drink that poop shit that they gave me.
Are they coming up on us? Oh, yeah, they tried to flank us on the far right.
They gave me fucking suicide.
I was almost crying in the toilet this morning because it's like I take the laxative that they gave me, and then I have the Miralax that I could drink. So I got I got 2 different stool softeners. I do. I have some stool softener. I take it every day, and then I take the Miralax, and it's like it still hurts. And I think it's from all the doo-doo medicine they gave me in the hospital when I didn't poop for a week. Because when I did make a bowel movement, when they put the capsule up there, and I did make a bowel movement, it was small. That wasn't no week's worth of doo-doo.
That's how it was when I had that colon infection.
Hold on.
I didn't shit that entire time until the very last day.
Let me tell you what I did. So I went to go buy what I thought were weed gummies. I didn't read the package. I'm about to show you. I ate 4 of them. First of all, I'm about to show you the back, okay? Let me show you the back of this so you can get a perspective of what 4 did. You see that? It's if you eat one, if you eat one gummy, It's just a smiley face. You eat 2, the smiley face starts melting. 3, it's like super melted. 4, super duper melted. 5, there's almost no face. And if you eat 6 of them, there's no face left. It's just a bunch of stars.
Yeah, but what is it if it's not weed gummies? What is it?
Mushroom gummies.
Oh, god damn.
When I tell you I was fucked up, I was fucked up. I bought these at the stove.
But there is, okay.
Let me tell you something. I couldn't speak English. I don't know, because I thought it was weed.
That's even a lot for weed.
And then it was
I was trying to feel no pain because I wasn't trying to take them oxys, you understand? So I'm like, you know what? Let me do this. And then I decided, well, let's play the video game. I couldn't speak English. My teammates were like, what the fuck did you say? I don't know. I'm just going to shut the fuck up. I'm gonna do this. And I tell you, motherfuckers was just adding me on the game because they thought that shit was the funniest thing in the world. No, the Habibi stove. For $15 for 10 gummies. When I tell you I was fucked up. But when I tell you I felt no pain,
I didn't do the psychedelic one. I'm not doing that. I did one that was like, ooh, I feel like I smoke weed. But when I smoke weed now, it gives me anxiety. And like my heart starts racing. I get way too high. I didn't feel that with that. I'm like, oh, I felt high, but I didn't feel like my heart was racing and shit. So I was like,
when I fucking tell you I was high as shit, Shayana was laughing her ass off.
me and John, we were high eating ramen and
I sat here playing the game and was like, oh, he shotted it at me in my ass. They said, what did you just say? And then I went to go say something and I said it backwards and I caught it myself and I said, no. I said, no, that's not how that's not how I was supposed to say that. Some fucking people on the video game were cracking up at me. They said this girl is funny as hell. And I explained to them what happened. I explained to them my surgery. I explained to them that I thought about weed gummies. And quickly realized that was not weed. That it was mushrooms. And they said, oh, your ass is tripping. Oh my god. I hate that when I cough, my back scar, the scar on my back, from it cutting into my nerves and my muscle. When I cough, that shit feels like a burning pins and needles sensation, and it's because my nerves are damaged right now. And that shit hurts so bad. Right under my shoulder blade. It's right under my shoulder blade, too.
you ever get that cramp that goes right to your butthole?
Yep.
Crazy part is,
I was cramping like my stomach when it's like going down.
Says two things on here. That you don't fuck with a real nigga's food.
I was just playing with a teammate on a game and kept saying, yo, I see you, you ass. You ass. And it was making me laugh. I'm like, yo, teammate, stop saying that. You fucking cracking me up with a you ass. You ass. Yeah. Yeah. She wants to put him so bad. I want my mommy, and I want my Shay. I want my mommy, I want my Shay. So she keeps saying. Well, neither can Kehlani. She cries, and Debbie's like, you know, got no choice but to deal with it because I can't do anything right now. I tell you that Marcy is purposely stopping Kehlani from going over to the siblings visit because she doesn't want her to talk about the accident.
I don't even stay on the west, bro. I'm just trying to see if anybody on the street
She's stopping
will
her
ready.
from going to.
See Kaden because she talks about the accident. They don't want him to know. Exactly. And I'm a bad mother for wanting to tell him the truth.
No, you're being taken anywhere. Just in the car. So see.
What police didn't realize was that this boy had been missing for years. And when they speak to his father, he understands they had finally found his missing son.
And then she got mad. When I said, I'm going to move back to Elmira on tax time so I can get my Section 8 back. And she's like, you can't leave. There's still 4 other. I can leave. If it benefits myself and my kids. Yes, the fuck I can. You cannot keep me here. I told her, you cannot keep me here with no support, knowing that I'm going to fail just so you can purposely take my other 2 kids. I said, I see what the fuck you're doing. You and Lakia. I said, and you both can kiss my ass. I will be going to Elmira where I have family to support me and I can get into housing and I can get a job. You will not stop me from being able to prevail the way that I am supposed to. You don't want me to go there and have the case switched because I'll get Kaden back in the snap of a finger because what you guys did out here was some fuck shit. And you know that the other county is going to see that. You doctored shit. You didn't put in all the information. You left a lot of shit the fuck out. You then wanted to say doctor's records that were relevant were then irrelevant when they actually weren't, and that was the sole purpose of why we were there. So none of what's going on makes sense now. And I said, and now that I'm catching on to it, now you want to sit up here and, oh, let's just talk about it. No. Lakia thinks she's on something because she has got custody of Kaden. The state is going to rip that from you when I move, bitch. And as long as I have support in Elmira, she's a bitch. I called on my court-ordered day. I called Kaden, and she ignored it. This is the 3rd time she's done it. And Cheyenne says when she goes on her sibling visit, she's telling Kaden, Mom's called you 3 times, and Lakia's ignored those calls. Lakia's stopping you from talking to Mom. And then he's got a court-ordered supervised visit with me on my birthday. How are you going to explain to him why he can't hug me? Y'all don't want to tell him that I was in the hospital and I almost died and that I had 3 surgeries. You don't want to tell him that. But how are you going to explain to him that he can't hug his mother? How are you going to explain to him that I'm walking funny? How are you going to explain to him that I have to take all these medications and do these tests? Because I have to do it every hour. How are you going to explain that to him? He's going to see it. He's not stupid. Diana said she's telling him. She goes on her sibling visits today. That he's to ask to call me, and if they say no, to raise hell. Oh, I'm going to have my son disrupt your household, bitch. You want to sit up here and disrupt my fucking relationship with my son? I'm going to disrupt your household. You want to tell my son that he needs to be honest and tell the truth, but you want to lie to his face about his mother almost dying? I'm going to have him disrupt your household. Plain and simple. Y'all were worried about his behavior from finding out. Now you can worry about his behavior for real. Because he's gonna know that he was lied to and that his mom almost died. And y'all kept it from him on purpose. And that's why Kehlani hasn't been to the visits, because you don't want her to talk about the accident. Oh, I'm a bad mother for wanting to tell him the truth. Oh, Lakia was like, his mental health worker said he doesn't need to know that. His mental health worker ain't in that position. How the fuck would she feel if her mama was fucking dying and didn't nobody fucking tell her? You don't get to make that decision. Oh, you haven't seen your mom in such and such amount of time, but she's dead now. Like, how would you have explained that to him if I would have died? Y'all want to lie to this boy's face. How would you have explained that? You worried about his behavior, but what do you think he would have did if you would have told him that? And he finds out that you knew beforehand. Y'all not stopping to think about that? And then you want to tell me that I'm making this about myself and that I'm being selfish? No, I'm not. I'm making this about Caden. What do you think he would have done if you didn't tell him? You could have said your mom was in an accident. She got injured pretty bad. She has to have surgery so she doesn't die. Do you want to go see your mom? Could have been a simple conversation.
Or even if they didn't want him to see it, you know what I mean? At least update him, like, hey, let him know, like, your mom's okay, she's a little hurt or whatever, you know, so next time he comes to visit, like, you know, you gotta be careful with it, you know, you're gonna hug her and be on her because of X, Y, and Z. Because I get, like, trying to, like, not worry him and his behavior or whatever to get him riled up, but, like, at least let him know, like, hey, your mom's in surgery, she got hurt, she's out, she's doing okay now, blah, blah, blah.
Nope, they didn't want to tell him that. And then I said to Mercy, so if I would have died on that table and y'all turned around and told him that, or would you have lied to him about that too? Would you have told him that I was even dead? You wouldn't have had a choice because by law he would have got a letter. And what would you have done? Hid that from him? Like, no. As of today, Caden will know what happened. What the fuck? That scared shit out of me.
I don't know why his mic light keeps being wide open.
Gage was the last one to use it.
Is she still watching their visits? I thought
Closed it 3 times this morning.
Mercy isn't. Lakia monitors it, but Cheyenne said there's times that she's not around, and when she's not around, she's going to whisper it in his ear. And tell him, like, don't make a scene and don't say anything yet, but they're lying to you about a lot of stuff. Mom's called 3 times. They're ignoring the call because they don't want Mom to tell you that she almost died and had to have 3 surgeries. So Cheyenne's going to tell him, like, you asked to talk to Mom every Tuesday and every Thursday. And if they give you a hard time or say no, give them hell. Disrupt that house. Cause hell. Throw a fit. Start throwing shit. Kick the wall. Destroy your room. All types of shit. Cheyenne said they got the wrong. They sending the wrong sister. They keeping the wrong sister from going on a visit. That's what she said. And then like CPS is just so stupid. You think you could take Cheyenne away? Cheyenne's about to be 17. She's not a kid. Cheyenne can go to court right now and emancipate herself, and they can't even touch her. Marcy doesn't like how Shayana comes at her and thinks it's my fault. I don't have control over what my kid says to you. I don't tell my kid what to say. I don't tell my kid what to feel, and I don't tell my kid what to say. That's not my place. I've never done that, and I never will. What she wants to do is what she wants to do. This America, this is freedom of speech. You can't get mad at her because she wanted to tell her brother the truth. And she said she's going to use the excuse of Marcy told my mom not to say anything, not me. Like, yo, Shayana's one clever little motherfucker. And then when I bring up my concerns, Marcy never has time for my concerns, but has time for Lakia's concerns. Oh, so you don't have time for what I have to say, but you got time for what someone else has to say. You're trying to fuck me over out here, and you ain't gonna do it.
I just don't understand how it got to where it got to.
Oh, and then like I told Lakia,
Wait, hold on. When you went to court, did you have it in writing
what?
that he wasn't able to get his medicine?
The doctors, yeah, they told me that was irrelevant.
Did you have it in writing though?
I had the paperwork. I had the paperwork from the doctor's office that proved that Caden's appointment couldn't be scheduled until January because Dr. Liano was booked. I had all the paperwork, and they told me it was irrelevant. But that's why we were there.
How's that irrelevant?
And then went in there and said that I admitted to not giving him the medication, but didn't fully tell the rest of the statement. My statement says I didn't give him the medicine because I didn't have access to it. Because I did not know that he had to have a med check because of the other medicines added. I didn't know that at the time. So, yeah. And then there were times that I would call in the prescription and go to pick it up, and it wasn't there because the prescription never got sent over. And I'm on camera at Wegmans 3 days in a row going to pick up a prescription that was supposed to be sent over. And it never got sent. So if you actually did your evidence and you actually did your searching, you would have saw that shit. They saw that shit and they covered it up to fit their agenda. And when I walked out, because the one CPS lady said something about, I said I wish Katie never existed. And I said, look me dead in my face and tell me I fucking said that to you. And she wouldn't look me in my face. Look me in my face and said I said that to you. She wouldn't look me in my face or say anything. I said, bitch, because I didn't fucking say that. Mm-hmm. And I told Lakia, you got a lot of nerve to call me a bad mother for wanting to tell my son the truth. I said, because this is coming from a person that never pushed a kid out her pussy. This is coming from a person that's got to mother other people's fucking kids. Bitch, bye. She's a bitch and thinks that she's above everything. She just thinks she's all that, and she's not. I hope they get put in a position almost similar to this. I do. Where they want a truth to be told, and it be told, no, you can't say it. Mm-hmm. And like I said, they are the ones that's talking shit now. But they're the same family members that when I asked for help before all this shit went down, they did not help. Especially my mother. Said, you want to sit up here and act like you're grandmother of the year now because CPS is involved? I said, you weren't grandmother of the year for nobody. I said, except Shayana. You disowned Caden. Caden wasn't even allowed at your fucking house. And then I said, and then look at you. Calling Shayana a motherfucker, a bitch, thinking she's grown. Calling Keelani a motherfucker and shithead and all this other shit. Then you want to tell Mercy you're only worried about Shayana's safety, yet you turned her fucking phone off. You make no sense. Speaking of that, I need to text her because Shayana says she's got packages that got delivered to her house.
Whose house?
My mom's.
Packages of fraud?
And my mom ain't been answering her, and Alyssa either.
I do not feel like going to court. This is so fucking boring. Why is it gotta be that tall? This is the first the tall. What are you doing to that person?
I talked to Frank for 5 hours.
Yeah. How's he doing?
He's doing all right. He was really worried about me, once he got the full scoop of what's been going on. And I called him because, I know he's had a collapsed lung before. So
Yeah.
I contacted him because I was freaking out doing these exercises. It was just hurting so bad. And I just had a moment, and I needed someone to talk to that has been through this and knows what the healing process is like. And he talked to me for 5 hours, and then the next day sent me $50 to be able to go get certain stuff. He also offered his house to me and the girl if we needed to move as support. Angel and Shelly have offered their help to me because if I know anybody that could beat CPS, it's Angel. She did it with me.
Right.
But my main goal is to go back to Elmira right now so I can get my Section 8.
Don't stay in Elmira. I'm telling you, because you're going to be stuck there.
I just need...
Elmira's not the fucking same.
No, I just need to get my...
You can get it easily.
Yeah. So that's my main goal right now. And that'll happen after tax time. So... And then, I don't know, Angel, if Angel wants to help me get Caden back, she told me to go to Florida. And that we could get a lawyer and shit, and she'd help me get him. Because what they've done out here is some fuck shit. Talking about some, oh, who would you stay with? I told Shelly to fill out an application for me for DeWittsburg or wherever it was, Eastgate or wherever she's at, because they doing a Section 8 thing too. And you know, if you ain't got no income, your rent's only like so much, X amount of dollars.
For sure, for DJ stays.
So,
Then that's not even, I don't even think that's Section 8 in general. I think that just goes off your income.
yeah, so Mercy's like, oh, and who would you stay with? Possibly my own fucking apartment, bitch. The fuck you mean? You just want me to stay out here to fucking fail so you have a reason to take my other 2 kids. That's your main fucking goal. Your goal isn't for fucking reunification. You want to take my other 2 kids, bitch. Fuck you. Joe, white ass. I can't stand her. I hate that lady. I hate her. And Shayana hates her too. Yep.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for my gaming crew to get online. I see Deadly Uncle's on. Now I'm just in Jig Dancer. I'm just waiting for Gen 1 Savage to get on, and we'll all be playing for a couple hours.
I had to go in this fucking very annoyed with that.
Well, let me know how it goes.
Oh well.
I love you.
I love you too. Okay, right now I'm just walking.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, sis.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Empty spaces, what are we living for? Abandoned places, I guess we know this far. Does anybody know what we are looking for? Another hero, another mind is crying behind the curtain, in the past. باید بکنن که من بگیرم قاعدتی
جوری
ما بگیرم که قاعدتی هر زمان کنه باز من جان خاص بکنم
هیچی عشق شما شدیم
همین میدونم فقط من میدونم
شدم
من تو آدم دیگه نمیخوره من نیستم دیگه ها آره الان تازه فهمیدم چیز دیگه
من خوشیت کردی بشنم بری
آقا میشه رستوران که پافشاری کردی چرا کردی
فشاری میکنم چون عاشقت بودم همزه نیستم
نمیشه آخه شما نیستم
و تو دیدن چیزی استفاده نشدم سال رسولی و علش شدم سال و تو دیدن دیگه استفاده نشدم سال حساب رسولی و علش شدم نکرد من یه سالشی بودی من رو یادت برفتی دیگه من نشیم سکلاس و بازی کنه صافی که پشت پاسون حسینی بلکه من نمیشم زمان صبح خود جا خودم کرد دلم و سرم و چا صبح قلبت رو نشیم رفتم نمیم بخود جا خود مالا تنین به بور شرفی مصنوع تنام و سری زندگی نمشیم من میگستم که نامده برگی بود
Over, I said, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Bad at love, no, I'm not good at this. But I can say I'm innocent, not really. But I'm sorry. And I'm not hoping on the truth. Don't know who I am without you. That you move without me. Oh, what's my without your heart to hold? I don't know what I'm living without you. Oh, it's true.